Hi. Give me a second to find this video. Give me a moment to get set up. I'm going to be doing my usual, I've been doing Lemurian cards almost all week, but I'm loving them, so I'm going to stick with those cards today. It kind of fits the theme. Give me a minute to share this out. If you're just finding me, go ahead and share this out. Drop your name if you're going to want a card. I'm going to be doing Lemurian Starseed Oracle cards. I really loved these cards. Give me a minute to share this out and find the video. We have a huge storm gateway that pretty much is hitting right now. I don't think it's coincidence that I'm just showing up on feed now. I really work with these storms a lot. It's part of what I do. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an energy report and then we'll get into cards pretty fast. So give me a second to share this feed out. If you're just finding me, take a second and share this out too, please. It's some amazing energy that we can really use. I've been learning how to navigate these energy shifts so that I can use them for the things that I'm creating and manifesting. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of go over how we can use these storm gateways. We've kind of been in a space storm since the equinox, if people aren't noticing. We've had some crazy energies pretty much all week, but this moon is very powerful because of that equinox gateway that we just went through. It is the first new moon since then, but it also was part of a triad of super moons. So we know that this is the third of a cycle of 3 super moons, super new moons. We had a triad of some full moon super moons out before that. And so it's really, really powerful. That means that the moon is really close to the earth. It will affect you, your body, the gravitational pulls. We have a lot actually kicking off with this ascension, we can see. We're already at a K5 index. We're going to hit a K6 tomorrow as well. And we can see that these energies are increasing. People talk about how we're in a solar minimum and things are going to kind of go away and we're going to stop seeing these kind of, phenomenal space weather events. But I think the opposite is true. I think people are becoming more and more sensitive to these energies, more and more emotional, more and more tuned into their own intuition and feelings. And so a lot of people are beginning to feel these energy shifts more and more as we kind of continue forward with this spiritual ascension. So it's a lot of energy hitting the planet. We are manifesting. This is also a cleansing moon. A lot is coming to the surface to be released. I love, I really get to see a lot of stuff in the spiritual communities, and a lot of people will tell you how we're living in the 5th dimension, but I disagree. I think we have a lot more work to do, and that we get beautiful glimpses of where we're headed, but we still have more inner work, more healing to do. So this moon may serve as a reminder with the things that are coming to the surface, old habits, old programs. It's time to release these things, and I know that especially the Starseeds, Lightworkers, Healers had a lot of heavy karma this life, that we agreed to come take on some of this collective karma and to clear it as part of our own kind of spiritual evolution. So we have a lot of kind of debris left over that is kind of being released during this time. It's a really good cleansing moon as well, like I said. I would do a cleansing of your space, of your energy, of your house, right? It's also a new beginning. It can bring you a lot of closure. We also are going to see October 3rd that Pluto will come out of retrograde, and it's really going to affect the space weather, the oceans, right? Kind of the storms are going to start to kind of kick off. So we know that as we're shifting into kind of a different energetic element, this can be really powerful for releasing anything no longer serving us. The things that we have outgrown. Sometimes the people and situations around you become attachments when they're no longer good for you. I see a lot of people assessing relationships around you. Is it good for your energy? Would be the best question to ask. Time to release the things that are no longer a vibrational match to you, the things that no longer are good for you, the things that have become toxic for you, negative habits, negative programming. Time to just let it go. We're going to rise a lot higher. All right, I'm going to do Lemurian cards now. You guys know my link is above. A good way to support my work would be to, if you like my videos, come get a class, come get a reading. A lot of you guys are getting led here for a reason. If this resonates with you, you're usually right where you should be. Kathleen Thurmer. Multi-dimensional, multiple dimensions, timelines. Be you, don't even try to fit in. The veil is gone right now, and you know, it's really doing amazing things with this ascension, but we're learning that we're multi-dimensional. Last night I had kind of a crazy experience. I've been on a very spiritual kind of voyage, as all of you are, and I saw a bunch of UFOs last night in the sky, right? Something that I probably wouldn't be able to see or comprehend if I wasn't becoming more and more multi-dimensional. So we are able to, you know, once we fully activate, perceive other dimensions or, you know, realms of existence right here in the same place. We're able to see things not everyone can see or perceive. Will Davis. Syrian embassies. Dream for the new earth. Time for a magical life. And we see a lot of people that are trying to hang on to the old, right? We see a lot hitting mainstream news and things going on. Just let go of all that. It is time to really focus on what are you creating in your individual life. We always know there's lots of people that want to change the collective. That change will have to occur within first. So it's really important that we're focusing on what we're creating right now with this new moon. We're really seeding our intention right now. So the things that we are thinking about, whether you're purging, aware of it or not, we are manifesting. This is a manifest reality. Our thoughts create our reality, and it doesn't matter if you don't know this stuff. It's still kind of creating around here. So what we can do is we can become consciously aware of how things really work, and we can learn how to better navigate and control what we're thinking about. Kylie Marcique. Resolution, old timelines collapsing, insights, higher self-embodiment, expression. We have a lot of timelines that have been playing out all at once simultaneously. It could feel like sometimes you're in two places at once. Maybe you're in between worlds, things like that. This is time to release the things that are no longer serving you. This moon is kind of bringing a release too, whether it be, you know, a release of situations or experiences or just a release and purge of emotions. Pay attention to the things that are surfacing during this time for you. Joy Jackson. And yeah, please share this out. Universe, Metatron, wholeness, commune with all life, micro-macronism. And, you know, we're figuring out that we are kind of starseeds that were sent here to assist in some way. And it isn't to interfere or do other people's lessons. It was so that we could kind of heal. And in doing that, we could serve as an example for the people around us. It's very powerful once you begin to heal and shift and work on your vibration for what it does for the collective. Darlene Saldana. Oh, I love these. I got them in Glastonbury too. I swear I manifested them. Swear I manifested them on a trip I took there. It was really lovely. Darlene. Fire of transformation, radical purification, violet flame, surrendering, resurrection. We're doing a lot of purifying and releasing. It could feel like your phoenix moment, right? Because, I mean, whether people are aware of that or not, that's really where we are. We're getting ready for a major rebirth, and it isn't going to be of the material. It's going to be of our spiritual selves. So we are going through a powerful transformation, and, you know, it's important that we are making this transition easy on ourselves by learning how to let go of the things that are no longer in alignment with us. Heather Johnson, awakening. Perfect. Know who you are. DNA activation. I love it. And we're going to become more and more lucid as well. We're also becoming awakeners, whether people realize it or not. You could like have powerful effects on people. I see it all the time with my videos where people will find me and suddenly it's like a light bulb goes off and it sparks something within them and they kind of start to remember. Christine Copen. Cosmic heart source. Source of all, true home, just be heart connection. We're working on our heart chakras. I like these cards because I'm really good with the third eye, obviously. I spend a lot of time there. But I'm really working on my heart chakra. It's a lot of what led me to the United Kingdom and these frequencies. And we're trying to get back to a more heart-centered type of place. We all have a lot of work to do with that heart chakra. A lot of our relationship issues and core issues and traumas stem from past life experiences and the ways that we've been kind of imprinted, things we're working on healing. So we still have a lot of work to do with that heart chakra. Keep working on that chakra. Deborah Kirkendall Magard. Indigo Child. Inspire, heart, dialogue, action, passion, and community. We're kind of getting back to our galactic origins, things that have been kind of hidden from us, and it makes sense, because I know a lot of you guys probably felt like you didn't belong, or you might have been from space, right? You are an indigo. Nikki Paragas. Opening the heart, right to love and be loved, heart healing. Keep working on your heart chakra. It's kind of a theme around here. Let's see. Courtney Blaine Brophy. Creation, unique expression, flow of creation, joyfulness. We're working on manifesting right now. There is a powerful gateway that has literally just opened up probably 5 minutes ago, right? This gateway, this storm is now peaking. And we know that it creates portholes, gateways that we're going to use to shift through. And everyone's shifting, whether people are aware that things are going on or not, it's still occurring. It doesn't matter. Where are we going? Whatever you're thinking about, you're always landing on those timelines. So through staying positive and thinking about things we want to see, we will land on those timelines. You know, you can be thinking about things you don't want. You'll see that too. So it's very important that we become consciously aware that we are creators, and we also need to take responsibility for what we're creating. Stay very positive going through this shift, because we're going to see some major collective shifts, not just today, but tomorrow as well. We're kind of getting moved around. Good. Leon, this is you. The last cloak. Release old identities. Magnificence realized. You're doing amazing work. Keep it up. Sometimes we don't hear that enough. I'm learning that we kind of have to be our own fans around here, because sometimes, you know, it's hit or miss. Sometimes we're popular, sometimes we're not with the things we have to say, but you're doing awesome. Matthew Pretty. Rise of true gentle power, truth, strength, divine masculine. You know, we're seeing that. There's a lot of toxic masculinity with these systems and the things that have been going on. But I know that that's probably because they taught you that God was a male deity that is outside of yourself, right? This guy in the sky that we can pray to, that will probably judge us and condemn us and send his wrath at times, right? With this kind of programming we had, it didn't teach us to seek those energies within, and that we had a balance of masculine and feminine. So we're kind of getting out of that old way of thinking, this kind of toxic masculinity, and stepping into a system where it will be, you know, the enlightened masculine, which will be much different. Keep doing the inner work. Glenda Hen. Depths of love. Let go of fear to jump into love. Let's go beyond attachments. It's time to really focus on love right now. You wouldn't believe I do a lot of work with people and readings, and a lot of people that are on this spiritual path have become very closed off to love. I get why. I've had some negative relationship experiences as well. But we have to stay open to love on every level. And, you know, even if you're not with a partner or with a partner, it doesn't matter. Work on more self-love. That is really how we're going to find, you know, more balance in our outer relationships as well. That when we can fully embody taking care of and loving ourselves, it's going to kind of be reflected everywhere. More self-love, more self-care. If you guys are feeling like, half the planet can't sleep right now. I was kind of laughing at it this morning. I was up a lot last night, and I am aware that probably half the planet is going to start to have sleep disturbances, paranormal experiences. It could just be like your achy, flu-like symptoms, ascension flu, right? Purging, we don't know. But that is normal with any type of these kind of energy shifts we're going through. More self-care, if that is you. things like getting outside, unplugging, taking salt baths, meditating, just hanging out, lounging around really help restore your energy. Sometimes we shift and it's really big, like we're going up in frequency and it takes our body a minute to catch up. I can always really feel these big shifts. Christine Starcy Marie, Crystal Child, your natural core, pure innocence, removing falsehood. And we're trying to get back to this pristine divine template, which is pure perfection, spiritual purity on every level. We're shedding old energies and we're becoming more and more authentic, right? We've been kind of lied to about who we are and our limited potential, and now we're having this spiritual awakening and finding out kind of who we are on a soul level. Ren portrays, if you are, hurting bad, I'm really against things, but sometimes like taking an over-the-counter, like ibuprofen can really help if you're having bad body aches. We're activating, parts of ourselves that haven't been used this entire time. And so, there's a huge physical transformation that is going on with our physical body. Take care of yourself. Bren. Observe, loving eyes see all, equanimity, see the truth, step back. It can be really good for everyone to take a step back at times. I just had to do that with my own life and my own mission, and it gave me a lot of insight, kind of being the observer. Kind of just observe the things that are going on, especially with the collective. Leslie Tamara gets the Lumerian Unicorn. Purity, you're pure. Open your spiritual eyes. That's how the universe sees us. We're always like, we look at ourselves very distorted at times. This is how, the universe would view us. Perfect in every way. Like, just as we are at all times. Kyle, oh wait, I did you. Nikki Paragas. Way of pearls, lineal space, new energies, trust, time of growth. And sometimes it can feel like, oh, I must have made some wrong decisions or I went off my path. People say that all the time. I feel like I'm off my path. You can never go off your path. Even right now, you're right where you should be. If you're watching my video, on some level, your soul agreed to be here. And that goes for all of your lessons. There are no mistakes. It's going to lead somewhere amazing. Have more trust in this process, that you are protected, that you have spiritual guidance. We have guides that have been around us since our soul was created. Angels, loved ones assisting. Ask your angels for more help. Tracy Zellner. Go beyond cycles. Find and embrace yourself. New direction. Releasing old patterns. And like I said, we're releasing a lot right now. We can make it easy on ourselves by seeing the things that are not for us. Even if it's like relationships that just kind of lost their kick a while ago. Clutter in your house. It could be outer relationships, jobs that you're not happy at. We can make it easier by letting go of these things because we know something new and better will always come along. So why are we always holding on to the job we don't like, or the guy who's not treating us right, or just dead-end relationships, when we know that if we could just let go, something better will always fill that space. So as people, we tend to try to hang on like, oh, I want another job, but I think I'll hang on to this one, and it doesn't work. We have to let go first, and that's kind of taking a leap of trust and faith in the universe. But this stuff works. Try to let go of more of the things not serving you anymore. The things not lighting you up. I think everyone knows what's stressing us out around here, right? I think we all know the things we worry about, stress about. Let go of those things. Chad Dobes. Dove and peace. Stay in the heart. All is well. Be at peace. Keep working on your heart chakra. Becky Hobson. And make sure you guys share this out too. It really helps. I give away an activation off of every video, randomly off the share numbers. So please share it out for a chance to participate. Becky. Star children, no veils, psychic, different, cosmic inspiration and light. And I think that, you know, as we progress forward in this spiritual awakening, we're going to find out that we have some amazing spiritual abilities and gifts. These aren't things that we're just picking up. These are things that, you know, we fine-tuned life after life, and we're just kind of coming online with a lot of psychic awareness and abilities all at once. These are abilities that, you know, we have to help the collective in some way. Like, we all have things we're good at, right? Talents, abilities, you know, our kind of uniqueness that we can use to kind of help here. April Denise Pryor. Oh, I bet it's overwhelming, right? The energy is overwhelming, especially if you kind of resonate with being an empath, then you're absorbing energy. I always look at that as if you are, you know, resonating with that label, you're probably a healer on some level because you're feeling energy. So I can really feel like overload at times in my solar plexus, like too much energy, I need a minute, I can't deal with people and things like that. So, you know, take your space if you need it too going through this. It's a lot of energy all at once. April, rising to Pleiadian frequencies, sacred bond, healing, clear space for higher energies. See, everyone can't feel these energies, but I'm convinced that as the planet progresses forward in this awakening, more and more people will awaken. We can expect that hopefully everyone will. And that as we're going through this awakening process, hopefully we're beginning to feel energy or become more sensitive to vibrations and frequencies around us. So, you know, if you are feeling this energy, chances are you're probably a light worker or a healer on some level too. And that, you know, this goes for everyone. Janet Jones. Light language, universal language of oneness, of love. Listen with your heart. Our mind can deceive us. It's important that we're following our heart and making heart-based decisions, because sometimes, you know, in the past we made decisions out of fear, like I think I have to do this or this will go wrong. It's very important that we're kind of following our heart and choosing our path at this time. Deborah Williams. Heaven on earth, all are invited. The fifth dimension, new earth, spirit and matter. And the new earth has yet to be created. I like these cards because this was, Lemuria was a time when heaven on earth was very real. When people lived among unicorns, mermaids, right, dragons, and kind of the interdimensional. And it would have been really beautiful, high-level places of consciousness. And it's really what we're here to create on so many levels. Maria Garcia. Sacred gifts, energy, senses, pure love is the key. Unlock your gifts. You know, you did have past incarnations in Atlantis, so you're very tuned in through the third eye. Be careful with your thoughts. If any of you guys feel like you're really in your third eye or the mental aspect, then we need to be more careful with our thoughts, because you're probably a manifester, people that are in their head a lot. Jamie Vargas. Oh, I love this card. It's my new favorite. This is how I picture Atlantis with the giant crystals, and some of these crystals are clearly still here, and some of you guys might have them in your homes because they were left for us during this time. Let's see, Jamie, integration, forgive yourself and others, reunion, let go of defenses, open the door. You know, we have a lot to release with ourselves. I know, I always say you could go through a bad experience and you always let go with the other person, and it's always like, oh, you kind of feel bad about how things went and things like that. Let go. Just let go of everything. You know, every day we have a new day, and there's no good and bad around here. There was only soul experiences that we need to grow. So we have this kind of, this was good or this was bad. Some of your worst lessons were really good for you. Try to remember that. Catalina Bernice. Travel. And if you guys are new to this page, make sure you like it too. I'll be doing some awesome feeds coming up. Catalina, travel. Inner and outer journeys. Believe in yourself. Big shifts. A lot of people are having very crazy dreams. Like I said, sleep disturbances, dreams, astral travel, are beginning to have kind of out-of-body experiences, maybe really, you know, vivid visual things during meditation. Lots is happening kind of on other levels of existence as we're becoming interdimensional. Pay attention to your dreams. It is something you have to practice. I know I'm not like the best with going in deep with meditation. I have better things I'm good at, right? So I've been practicing for a while doing dream work and astral kind of work. It is something that is worth practicing. We can really know a lot about consciousness by exploring our sleep states in a lot of ways. Jenny Miller. Circle of life, clear energies, channel, keep on working on your energy. We'll keep getting clearer and clearer as the channels that we are. You'll see that ascension is not an overnight thing. That, you know, we had to kind of work gradually at raising our vibrational frequency. That's why this planet kind of has a little ways to go with this ascension. While we're well into it, we still have a lot more work to do in kind of raising our frequency. Rose. Blessings beyond the soul path. Honor all life. Exchange of joy without karma or sacrifice. Karma, you know, people think of it like your actions, right? If you do something bad to someone, yes, it probably will happen to you, but it is also an energy exchange. It is the energy that we're putting out comes back to us in some way. So, you know, if you're just at a low frequency, which I think all of us went through at some point in time, being asleep in this matrix, that you're just at a low frequency, you're going to probably draw low frequency people and experiences to you. And the reverse is true. If we can raise our frequency and become consciously aware of the energy that we're putting out, and we can put out love frequencies and good vibes, we'll get that energy back. So it's important that we're becoming aware of what type of energy or frequencies that we're putting out as well on top of our actions in terms of karma. Let's see, Christy Klein Hughes. Breathe the sun, presence, pineal activation, relax, let go. We have a lot going on with our third eyes. We know that geomagnetic energies really can do things to our third eyes. That's why everyone's not sleeping and kind of having crazy dream stuff go on, because we're going through like a pineal gland third eye activation. We're kind of leveling up right now. Pay attention to your third eye. Keep on working on that chakra. It's a powerful gateway of all the chakras, especially in terms of psychic insight and awareness. April Denise Pryor, I love it. Crown, right to know, go beyond attachments, divine alignment. I love that, talking about spaceships. I believe we can manifest these experiences like everything else, and that if you want something, the first step is to put out your intention and you'll probably manifest it. We see that during gateways, we see a lot more UFO activity. Like, I went to like 5 crop circles this summer, and I was predicting when they would occur ahead of time. I was kind of looking at the space storms and the gateways, and I was amazed afterwards how accurate it was. Because, you know, a lot of times the interdimensional uses these gateways like a porthole to reach us. So we can for sure see a lot more of the paranormal right now, and we'll continue to kind of the next couple of months, especially UFO sightings. Let's see, Judy Peterson. Divine Feminine, receive your birthright, unconditional love. I always say there is a rising that is occurring with the Divine Feminine, and that relates to karma too, kind of what goes up must come down. And so we see that part of this ascension is the feminine rising in so many ways. Lori Burnett. Essences and energies, attuned to subtle energies, balance, frequency holders. I think that, you know, a lot of times we were trying to fit in when we were asleep and be like everyone else, right? And then, you know, the best thing we ever could have done was learn how to vibrate on our own frequencies and to get out of what everyone else was vibrating on. It's very powerful to find your own frequency. I do these videos and I have to be careful that I'm not absorbing everyone else's frequencies when I'm like dealing with people or going out and things like that. It's just been really amazing for me to set and find my own frequency when I wake up before I deal with people, so I'm not kind of bouncing all over the place. Find your frequency. We do that just by being more authentic. And for sure, make sure you guys share this feed out. Babsy Keenan. Dolphin Baby, Lemurian origin, flow, timelines, adaptable, free, take your time. And we're kind of getting back to our real history. I had an Egyptian picture on this page and someone asked a question about it, and it just shows us how a lot of people are not aware of our actual history and these beautiful places that used to exist on this planet, kind of places our soul is, you know, trying to get back to, especially since we had this spiritual awakening and we're kind of stepping into our power as co-creators. You guys know I have a group section on this page too. I just added it back up. And I do a lot of spiritual groups and classes here on Facebook. And I do have a Lumerian group if, you know, you guys resonate with this stuff. Jackie DeColada. Dolphins. I love this because of the rainbow frequencies. Dolphins, play. It's okay to relax. Smile again. Share your flow. And, you know, we're kind of in the same paradigm collectively where a lot of people are kind of in that work race and things going on. Take a break. Rome wasn't built in a day. Play, relax, especially going through these energy shifts. Emmanuel Ray Rivera. Love it. Arise. Know and flow as the love that you are. Bliss. And it kind of fits my theme because I do a lot of downloading, just me hanging out. And, you know, anything that isn't love during this shift, let it go right now. Chalise Harless. Whale teachings, depth of experience and healing, teacher and mentor, share in wisdom. If any of you guys on this path feel like you had a harder path than maybe some of your friends or family, or you had a different kind of path, or kind of were getting led in a different direction, you probably were. You know, congratulations, thank you for showing up. I like to think of this feed as the first wave of people that have awakened out of several, and you know, we're really the ones who are going to hold these higher frequencies for humanity in whatever way. We're kind of the light holders. Glenda Hen. I know there's a lot of change that is going to occur, but this is needed for our soul, and a lot of it's being done on energetic levels. We're seeing a lot of energy pouring in, and that energy is, you know, encoded with light that is changing our physical body. It is activating us in so many ways. Glenda. Earth and air. Stabilization, physical integration, mental clearing. Keep working on your third eye. Like I mentioned earlier about people in the, you know, third eye chakra a lot, the mental space. You are a manifester though. So we have to practice this stuff. I know there's a difference between me, you know, knowing this stuff and putting it into practice and actually learning how to manifest. So practice your manifesting. It's the perfect time. If anyone's trying to do that, I'm huge on make a grid, make a list, right? Just daydream, put your intentions out. Speak about things you want to see. Everything that I ever talked about on these videos happened. Identical. You know, the things that I was kind of putting out vibes for. Heather Caldwell Swan. Peace beyond survival. Peacemaker through inner peace. Resolving ancient splits. A lot of this is about us becoming whole. That, you know, we kind of got fragmented somewhere along our journey, whether it was past lives or this life, and a lot of it is us healing and becoming whole again. Let's see. Facebook. Keely Mellowship. Surrender with the unicorn. Surrender. Release misaligned energies. Reattune to your truth. And, you know, this equinox was powerful as an energy reset right now. We're kind of coming back into balance. We've had a lot of energy coming in. We've had a lot going on. A lot of lessons. A lot of you guys might feel that things are speeding up. Or, you know, we're kind of getting hit with a lot at once. It is time to rebalance your energy. For anyone that feels out of alignment or just needs a clearing or maybe just an energetic boost or whatever, check out my site. You guys know I do a ton of energy work, whether it's like chakra openings, activations, I teach classes. Go check it out if that is you. Brittany Snyder. Know yourself, meditate, who am I? The veil is lifting, opening. And this card always reminds me of kind of some type of meditative practices where people will give you a question to meditate on. And, you know, I've actually seen a really amazing story where, you know, a teacher told the student to go meditate on who am I? And, you know, it took them 10 years to come back with an answer. 10 years of meditating every day on the same question. But that is a question that a lot of people are content in not knowing. Who am I on a soul level? Ask yourself these questions. What is my purpose? What am I doing here during this time? Why am I here playing a role during this ascension? Christy Bernier. Restore. Time out for you, nature, shamanic signs. We're getting signs, whether it's a card, the things around us. We usually just aren't paying attention. Take a minute to take a break. Get outside into nature. It's really powerful too that we are connecting with nature because we're really going to draw a strength or power in having that connection. Get outside more. Liana Walden. Shine your light, wise action, space for grace, Kuan Yin. Work with the violet flame. I was violet flaming my house earlier. It's very powerful. To do that, we can usually just visualize it. You can invoke it asking for it. I'm huge on prayer in a lot of ways as well, but try to work with the violet flame more, at least explore those energies. Karen Avalon. This is you on the unicorn. Guidance, inner compass, support, trust your guidance. A lot of people second guess themselves. That's the problem, right? You're getting messages and we're like receivers and we'll get better at this. Trust me, we have a ways to go in delving into this stuff. So we'll get better at this. But we are becoming receivers and we're kind of receiving tons of messages. Whether someone's thinking about you, you could be receiving telepathic messages, messages from your higher self, your angels, your guides, source, the universe. So we're always kind of receiving messages. Trust your guidance, your own intuition. It's going to be very important that we are kind of unplugging and following our own internal compass. Susan Kirk. Synchronicity, opportunities and divine timing, open to change, divine outcomes. And now I understand from some of my own lessons why things have to play out in divine timing. Sometimes these things are delicate around here, right? Things really do play out in divine timing. It kind of reminds me too of a lot of the spiritual unions that are occurring. I know we talk about the number 144,000, a law. I believe that to be the number of twin flame or spiritual unions that are occurring during this time. Stay focused on love. Keep working on your heart chakra. Keep working on self-love. Jamie Ray. These are Lemurian Starseed Oracle. I got them at a shop in Glastonbury, and I know they were made by a local artist. You can always hit my business page inbox if you need like a photo of it to try to find them. They're really good. Jamie Ray. Lemurian Shaman, shadow dissolving in gaze of truth, going beyond fear, initiation. And you know, we're kind of getting called as shamans because once you wake up, we really are bridges between worlds. We're open and perceiving the spiritual, and not everyone is. So we really do become gatekeepers. I've been doing a lot of work in the area of Avalon too. That's where I got the cards, right? In weird little other realms and places, and it's been kind of pure magic over here where I got these cards. Let's see. Gurzavan, Urzum, Telugu, Teliga. Star connection, guidance from the stars, galactic self, unified field. Ask for more help. I believe that if you are a starseed, you have a galactic team that is here, you know, working with you and assisting you in so many ways. You should resonate with being a starseed. Tracy Zellner. Manifest, co-creation, gratitude, divine alignment, joyful visions. Keep working on manifesting during this energy shift. Once I get off this video, I'm going to kind of unplug and go make some grids, I think, and work on manifesting. So it is a powerful energy to be doing any type of kind of rituals, manifesting, purifying, cleansing. Let's see. Kimber Monticelli. Fire and water, stillness amongst turmoil, feel emotional integration, and that's what's happening. A lot of the planet, if they haven't already, might be coming ungrounded during this time. It gets a little chaotic with these supermoons. We could see the last supermoon set off some crazy super new moon, that was like a month ago, set off some crazy weather. So these things do affect us. It does affect the collective. We have to learn how to stay still, to be in the now, to kind of anchor in, because things are going to get crazy around us, and we need to kind of find that space of peace within. Let's see. Carrie Wilson. Etheric matter, spiritual matter, new life, sparkles, bedding in the light, and we're creating everything about your path you created. Everything about your life you actually created through your thoughts, your frequencies you were putting out, and the things that you were kind of focusing on. So we can always create something better. It's never too late to kind of learn this stuff and begin to kind of get good at this stuff and putting out, you know, the intentions for what we want. We're seeding the new right now. We're kind of laying down the foundation. Stay positive. Myeon Tree Sung. Key to your freedom, healed inner child, create inner safety, self-kindness. A lot of people that have a lot of ego programming issues, and everyone will say now, ego, right? No, not me. Well, fear. Fear is a big indicator that you kind of have inner child issues or kind of a lot of ego programming that you had to get past. And I know because I kind of had a lot of fear programming that I had to kind of get past, and I'm still working at getting past. Things that block us on a lot of levels. Keep working on your inner child, letting go of any old traumas. We also have Chiron still in retrograde the next couple months, 2 months. And it's bringing out a lot of old wounds, unresolved things, old patterns, programming. Pay attention to the things coming up. Mara Lawler. Divine blueprint, source, self-embodiment, inspiration. You're ready. And like I said, our bodies are changing. We're kind of getting back to this divine template. That's why this process is not done overnight. Maria A. Kopp. Abundance. Fullness of source, enough for all, open. And I know we're getting out of a lot of third dimensional broke programming, right? We never have enough, we're always sick, we're always in lack. But the fifth dimension will be about us instant manifesting, creating abundance as we need it, kind of learning how to use our gifts, stay positive when it comes to money. That can help heal a lot. Michelle Morphy, love it. Portholes with the fairy years. Coming from fairyland. I'm broadcasting live from Fairy Island. Portholes, doorways into the now, letting go of the warrior. Oh, the divine feminine has become the warrior after this cycle. On so many levels, so fierce, right? Time to let that go. Time to let that go. We've had a rough cycle. We're clearing a lot, right? On so many levels, time to let it go. We're kind of going from that indigo warrior state to a crystalline kind of rainbow frequency. It's what we're kind of getting past now. Melissa Ann Miller. Hello. I love the energy. I'm like, Melissa, vision of unity, focus on the light, right to see, releasing illusion, pineal activation. Keep working on your third eye. Keep working on, spiritual unity as well. I'm always trying to bring people together in groups, right? I'm always trying to encourage people to come together because like this video, we can create a powerful energy. Look, all of us can raise our frequency just vibing and getting along. It can be really powerful. We see, the reverse is happening with the global elite while they're kicking off, you know, very angry protests around here during these energy shifts and trying to generate negative energy. As light workers, through love and just vibing, we can generate a really good energy, enough that I'm convinced the light workers are what is changing the Schumann resonance and bringing up the frequencies on this planet. You can see some serious correspondences between, you know, when everyone's vibing, the gateway days, and what is occurring with the frequency on the planet. Laura Flores. I did Reiki on my husband. The next day he got so sick. That can happen, spiritual purging, especially if there's attachments involved. That might be a sign that he might have had some type of attachments. This is very spiritual energy. It's never going to hurt anyone. It's always divine, right? And it always goes exactly where it is needed to. It's very powerful. You know, a lot of people might be new to my feed, but I was on a lot of pharmaceuticals and had a crazy healing journey myself. And I wasn't finding answers with healthcare. This is where I found my answers, delving into the spiritual, and my path has kind of brought me here. If you guys have not been attuned to Reiki, I think this whole feed is healers and should be. You should go check out my Yusai Reiki classes. Go check out some of my other type of classes if you have been attuned to Reiki. It's just amazing to get into this. And I've really found my outlet in helping and healing through getting attuned and taking these classes myself. It's really brought me from that, you know, third dimensional victim programming where I was sick, right? Playing the victim and, you know, not taking accountability for myself and things like that, to where I am now, which is I feel so empowered in helping serve the collective and kind of doing my mission here. So everyone's at different places. If you guys haven't delved into that, for sure, go check out my classes. And Laura, Heart of Ascension. Expansion, love for all, playfulness, release the past. Just stay in a frequency of love. As the feminine, we are holding space for the masculine. It can take them a moment. Sometimes we're waking up in different places. I always feel like the light workers are awakening first and everyone else will kind of follow. So we are holding space to birth the masculine during this time. Robin DaCosta Nash. Forgiveness. See the bigger picture. Trust and heal. Time to let go. We're releasing this moon. We're releasing, but being careful because we realize we're manifesting at the same time. So we're kind of letting go. If you guys need a more in-depth reading, you guys know you can go to my site and set up an Akashic reading, and I'm here all the time too, which is a little bit different. I go into your now, your future, and your past lives. Guaranteed it will shift you. Leva Shaver. Expression, authentic expression. Words are powerful, truth, and that's what I'm finding out doing these feeds. You know, I used to do a lot of news videos and things about what was going on with the collective, and I realized that that wasn't serving a purpose for me, and that it was probably helping to focus on the negativity that is kicking off around here, because we always have some of that any given day. So I kind of have switched my message in trying to deliver, you know, things that are more aligned with spiritual oneness. Stay focused on the positive. Stay focused on gratitude. It will help you so much. Renee Gravlin. Divine Cosmic Mother. You're loved, you're safe, rest now, sleep well. Take a break. If you guys are really feeling this energy really crazy, it's getting you ready for 2020. I hate to be the one to tell you because I love these energy storms, but I've done a lot of inner work. And, you know, it wasn't always like that I would have a very hard time assimilating the energy. That's how I've kind of gotten here and been learning how to navigate these energy shifts so that I'm, you know, able to process the energy better. And, you know, we're going to go right into a powerful year as soon as we start 2020. And the energy is going to just about double very fast in intensity. So, you know, we're kind of getting prepared. Our bodies are able to handle more and more of this energy as we're going through the process. The more inner work that you do, the easier it will be for you to handle these energy shifts too. Carlos Felipe Gonzalez. Lemurian Egg, you are here. You are here. Rest, regenerate, full of divine potential. A lot of you guys are in the cocoon phase, right? I'm back in the cocoon now too, right? I tried flying, I'm back in the cocoon. So sometimes we need that space to heal ourselves, to go through the physical upgrades as they're coming to us, to repair our body for different reasons. So enjoy the cocoon. Faith Mary. I love this illustration. It reminds me of Shasta. Cities of light. Telos, Adama, inner earth, etheric retreats, family of light. There's some powerful energy going across the ley line. Some of you guys, as light workers, might be drawn to different areas, whether it's like, right, Egypt, Shasta, maybe, you know, the United Kingdom, certain areas. Some of you guys are getting drawn to be outside more, to connect with Gaia, to connect with nature, to work with the earth. Let's see, Yasmin Curly, I love it. Rainbow Child, Unstoppable, New Earth Builder, Multi-Talented, Miraculous Alchemy. We came to bring rainbow frequencies here, and, you know, these are times prophesized, and those really are, you know, frequencies of unconditional love. Lena Wilkerson. Joy of life, trust, open your hand, share, let go. That's also a love card. We know that this supermoon that we're going into this energy now is really good for relationships as well. Heather, wait, I got you already. Michael Lawton. Nurture, self-healing, Ruby Ray, birthing the new earth. Take care of your energy during this time. We are going through a lot energetically. It's very important that we're focusing on taking care of ourselves. Lessons we've learned this life. Danny L. Arcturians, pure white light, DNA healing, sacred geometry. Jeanette Marguerite. Cosmic circles. Create sacred space. Embrace unlimited possibilities. It's very important that your outer world is also a good reflection of your inner reality as well. So a lot of people are kind of feeling the need to make their houses more of a sacred space, whether it's saging more, maybe just decorating, right? Throwing a chakra thing on the wall or two. Make your space sacred, right? Make sure you're cleansing it too. Make sure you're using things like sage, oil diffusing, right? Palo Santo, some of my favorites. Lynn Marie, initiation. Deep trust, deep healing, reconnection with all. These really are initiations. Every one of our tests was an initiation as well in how we respond. Christy Bernier. Oh my god, I love it. Everyone on this feed should resonate. I'm reading her comment with being a psychic, intuitive, or a healer of some type, because I really am drawing some amazing souls to me. Love it. Christy, Well of Dreams, Creation, Visions, Messages, Dissolve the Veil, Bliss and Dreams. You have a lot of, activity in your head, right? We have other chakras in our head as well. You should feel an expansion during this time. I know sometimes you can feel like your skull is expanding, your head is growing, right? There's things happening. You're going through a lot of activations right now. These are all good things. Your abilities will continue to come online more and more too. Let's see. Darlene Marie. Blu-ray being, direct divine expression, bridge between dimensions. Like I said earlier, once we wake up, we really do become a porthole between worlds. Some of you guys feel like you're awake and you're not quite in the new earth, right? And you're not quite there, we're almost there, and you're kind of outgrown 3D, hopefully, right? We're kind of in between worlds, and you really are. That is what priestesses, shamans do. We hold space, between the spiritual and the material worlds on so many levels. I'm going to be getting off of here now. If you are new to the page, make sure you like it. I do live cards like almost every day. If you resonate with this, maybe go check out my healing work I do, a class, an activation. It really helps so that I can continue to do these videos daily.